You are the king of independence.
No, I want to be the king of creating my own music, you know, and make people happy with it. That's you know, that's what I want to be. You know, I just want to give energy and get good energy back, you know, from the people.
You do actually.
That's my mission, you know.
But what are you practicing these days after all these years of all this kind of stuff?
But that what you just saw. But you know, of course, you know, since drums are well, I write a lot of music, you know, I have like, what, 16 solo CDs out or so, you know, and I play all the instruments in these ones, so for me this is like the biggest learning process, always, like, you know, I never like to repeat myself. I always try to be somewhere else in a few years, so if you see my drum DVDs when you watch these, or if you see me playing, I'm always incorporating new, you know, styles and stuff like that. I never really like to play the same shit, you know. Well, some things I do, you know, like I know, for example, like, you know, people love, you know, that kind of stuff. You know, in the drum solo, I sometimes, you know, most of the time kind of have like a feature and kind of, but even these I change up sometimes, you know, but I know that showmanship is important, you know, and I like it. It's just great, you know, when you're in front of an audience to interact with the audience, you know, because you're not alone. You're alone on stage, you know, but you're not alone in the room, because that's why you play. It's like an exchange of energy. It really is. It's like, you know, being behind the stage, you know, and there's nobody actually in the audience. You can feel that you're kind of, you know, relaxed, everything's cool, okay, get ready for sound check, but you can feel the vibe, you know, if like there's like still at curtain and you know there's like 2,000 people behind it, you can feel like the energy, you know what I mean? You go like, alright, you know, and you go out and just, you know, and just give, you know, everything with full passion. And I think this is like such a cool thing that money can't buy, you know. Money, you know, see, when I was like, you know, 19 or whatever, you know, and I didn't have any money, couldn't even afford a car, I was actually living in a practice room, and I loved it, you know, because I was creative, I could do something, and I had a talent for something, or writing music that, you know, that I was incredibly proud of and happy with, you know. No money could buy me that, you know. And I'm still the same, you know, well, even though I have a house or something like that, and now or in the studio and stuff like that, I do the same things. My schedule doesn't look really much different, you know what I mean? And so, you know, that's something actually that is really priceless, you know, that you can put, you know, so like your own creativity, talent, and energy exchange, you know, between people. That's the most important thing. And I think the greatest feeling is like just achieving something that you play and that wasn't there before, that is like the big bang of the universe, that all of a sudden, you know, like you started playing like, you know, these hi-hat patterns with like, you know, all kinds of combinations, and there's all of a sudden this one pattern, you know, that you kind of, you know, just play it, and you're incredibly proud of that, and you want to show it to the people. And then you see like if it works, you know, and all of a sudden the people start to like it. That's a great feeling, you know, that's an accomplishment, you know, and I'm very interested in that. And so, but mainly what I'm working on is like, just the writing music, you know, that gives me a good feeling, that makes me happy. Just being creative, put something out, you know. That stuff never leaves you. Like that stuff is always there with you, you know. So you can call it your own, and that's something also like for people in the world to see and kind of remember, you know. You know, I don't know if I want to remember it for that or whatever, but you know what I mean. It's like something you did that made a statement or something. You know? And I'm you know, happy about that.
You want to advertise some of your CDs or something?
Yes, buy my CDs. So go to marcominnemann.com, Minnemann, Minnemann, German with 2 N at the end. Go to iTunes, you can find me there as well, and come to my shows and, well, check out my stuff that I have. Please find me. See, that's the good thing on the web. You can find me on the web or on Facebook. That is the thing. I was really actually happy that the record industry actually broke down, because, you know, when I was like always kind of, you know, had to rely on all those major companies, you know, with all the acts and bands I was at, those were the people that told you what to play and what not to play. And I always believed like, no, you know, what I do, a certain amount of people really want to hear that. The people are not the dumb as the industry think, you know, because I remember like records that Queen put out, like jazz with songs like Mustafa or Bicycle Race, which is incredibly complex and kind of out and weird, and people loved it. And also like modern artists, or like Radiohead when they put out Kid A, for example, you know, which went to #1, which is such an experimental album. You know, and Zappa used to be popular as well. Come on, you know? And this is like the thing I'm also like incredibly happy and proud of, that, you know, we, for example, with my band The Aristocrats, actually, can make all the music we like, and the people show up. The people show up. Like, if you really give something honestly and with passion to the people, they will receive it, you know. And in this audience, is they won't leave you as quick. It's not like, you know, it's not like a high school audience, you know, where some girls actually like, you know, one guy in the band, and in a few years they like a different guy, you know, something like that. This is like, you know, they know what you're doing. They know.
They choose it.
Yes, they choose. They know, like, oh shit, he is doing a parallel between the hi-hats. You know, it's like, you know, not like, because, you know, how many times, you know, does it happen to you, like, you play a gig and then, you know, somebody, you know, comes to you and goes like, and you're kind of really happy that he liked your drum solo, or she, or whatever, and he goes like, oh, that was really awesome, man, you know, you totally remind me of Ringo Starr, you know, and you think like, no, I don't, but thank you, I know what you mean, okay, you like the drum solo. You know, I got a lot of times that somebody compared me to, well, not Ringo Starr, but what he was saying, what was it again? He was like, man, you know, you're totally like Keith Moon, you know, you remind me totally of Keith Moon, or you and Carl Palmer, you know. It's like, thank you, I guess. No, it's cool. I got, you know, of course, you know, when I started with that kind of thing, and I worked with Terry and Chad as a trio, that was very awesome, you know, because of course, like Terry, you know, like, you know, he has this entire kind of orchestral view of the drum set, and that was actually really, like in the mid '80s when he started it, that was actually very nice, you know, and I appreciate also like Chad's and Vinny's playing, and you know, these were the guys I listened to, all the, you know, when I listened to Zappa, you know, stuff like that, or Buddy Rich, of course, for his, you know, showmanship, or just like, you know, just the control. I mean, you know, it's just fantastic that there's, this is like something, I mean, everybody plays like a single stroke roll, you know, but he played a single stroke roll and made everybody look at this fucking single stroke roll, and they couldn't take the eyes off the fucking single stroke roll. Sorry for my language in German, I don't know what fuck means. So, jeez. And you know what I mean, but just like the execution, and that's what I'm interested in playing in drum solos as well. Yeah, just like, you know, giving, you know, like just some information. I just, you know, hey, if somebody just
it's easy to play math, it's hard to play art, right?
Well, you know, I don't know. It just, either way you have that, you know, or you don't. You have to identify yourself with that, I guess, you know. And that happens with experience. This is like another thing that I told the clinic today. There's some things you only get with experience. Like, people can ask me a lot of questions, you know, and then sometimes I go like, well, you know what? This one girlfriend of mine, and she's this one girlfriend of mine. That sounds good. A girl I know, like, and she's really cool, and she's very intellectual, and we always have these discussions. She's about poetry and all this kind of stuff, and likes to discuss about, like, you know, different kind of chords that you can change with, like, you know, interview and stuff. And I go like, you know what? Really, you know, I'm exactly the opposite. I don't agree with this, you know, like, you can kind of discuss things to death, you know, but you have to come up with something. Just be creative. Don't identify yourselves all the time what other people say, you know, like, oh, look, this guy said that, you know. I think it's great, you know, for kind of, you know, absorbing things and kind of, you know, making them your own, but I'm always into being creative, you know, into kind of having something that you present and go like, here, no question asked, this is it, you know, analog there in your face.
Yeah. So thanks for sharing your experience with us. It was an amazing pleasure having you and being here with you today.
Oh, well, thank you very much.